If you're frustrated with a lack of rotation in your golf swing, then today we're going to help you. Today I'm going to show you a few reasons why you can't rotate in your golf swing and how to fix them. Let's dive into it. Now there's three ways I see a lot of golfers struggling with rotation. I'm going to run through them today. But firstly, why do we need rotation in a golf swing? Well, we have an arc in a golf swing, right? The golf swing is played on an arc, and with a lack of rotation of the body, if the body doesn't move, which is the spine of the arc, then we're going to struggle to keep the golf club on the arc. So if you think we've got two centers in the golf swing, we've got hip center and sternum center. If those stay very, very isolated and still, the only way I can move is by moving my arm swing. Now, because it's very hard to get the arms around the body without the body actually rotating, we'll tend to see the arms go straight up, and you'll see lead arm normally gets a little bit bent, the club gets sort of above the shoulder plate, and that then means on the way down then you're going to hit quite downward, and also you've got a lot of levers to unwind, right? We've got this added elbow lever, we've got a lot of wrist hinge, so both of those unwinding are always changing the low point of the club. Now, if we use the sternum, the two centers to rotate better, we can see that then the arc can stay a lot wider, and as the arc stays wider, we manage the low point a lot better, but two, we also get the club working on the arc, and that keeps the ball going a lot straighter too. The first one that I generally see with golfers is when they set up to the golf ball, the feet look like this. They're both turned quite internal. Now that turns the knees in and then turns the hips in. Now it might be good one way turning if a foot is externally rotated, but both feet internally rotated makes it very hard to get any rotation into the backswing. Probably causes some lower back pain as well. So just have them 10 degrees in that position, so flared outwards. And that then sits the knees a little bit more outwards, and it gives you the ability to rotate into that backswing a lot better. So that's just a start point of where we want to go with the golf swing, because if this isn't setting it up well, you can't rotate well with your feet in that position. With the feet 10 degrees flared, you're able to rotate a lot better into the golf shot. The second common one that we see is to do with the lower half, the lower center, and how that moves. We've got this foot flare now. As we get into that setup position, the next one that we generally see is, and these two come together, right, is we'll see this knee, our trail knee, stay too flexed into the backswing. And if you see that move from down the line here, you can see then that really stops the rotation in the body and the arms get quite upright. If you're looking from a face-on perspective, when that knee stays too flexed, you're probably, to try and get some rotation into that backswing, going to see a lot more of a sway across the golf ball. And that's obviously something we don't want to do, because we lose the low point behind the golf ball. Low point behind the golf ball means we'll probably swipe across it. You've got slices and bad low point, not something you want in your golf swing. So this trail knee needs to extend as you rotate. So as you're turning, this knee needs to feel like it's getting, it doesn't want to get locked, but it wants to get a lot straighter. So it's a lot less flexed than the lead knee. And that will give you the ability to rotate the hips. Rotating the hips will give the ability to get the club on plane. I'm going to give you a drill for that, which is going to mix in with this third trait, which is turning and tilting our spine in the backswing, but not extending. So we've got a lack of trail leg extension, and we've also got a lack of spine extension. These need to happen for you to keep that club on the correct arc. So what do I mean by this? So generally we'll see a turn, so turn, and we'll see some tilt. But you can see where my spine then sits. I haven't got that shoulder really turned or extended around this body here. It's somewhere just sitting there. Again, lack of upper body rotation. Club's going to work more upwards. The more it's working upwards, the more it's going to work across. Probably then going to see a steeper downward blow, which might mean that we lose the low point, because at some point we're going to want to release those hands and we're going to lose the low point there. So we need, in the spine, in the backswing, it needs 3 movements. It needs turn, tilt, and extension. And you can't get all of that turn without extending the body up. And that's the 3 things that we do with the spine in the backswing. So we turn, we tilt, and we extend. And as we extend that spine up, we can see that gets that full rotation and allows the arc to move around the body a little bit better. So the drill I do for 2 and 3, so for extension of the leg and extension of the spine, is I do something called pulling the chain. So I just hold the club in this hand, and what I do, I try and start as low to the ground as possible. So I start somewhere here, and all I'm going to do is feel like I've got an old school go-kart or old school lawnmower, and I'm going to pull the chain to start it. So petrol lawnmower, same as that. You'd start down here and you would pull the lever up to start it, wouldn't you? And you can see there, when I do that move, that would be a pretty nice backswing from both down the line and face off. So we're going to go pull the chain to the top. What does that feel like you're doing to get into that position? Spine's definitely extending, hips definitely working round the body a little bit better, and this knee is definitely extending a lot better. So we can have a few rehearsals of that and then go for it. So we've got these flared feet, and we're going to extend. We're going to pull the chain up. That's pretty good. So I've got some nice hip turn. You can see that knee is a lot more extended, and my spine is extended too, so I keep the length of the arc, and I also get the rotation around the body. And again, we're going to have another little rehearsal of that. So dry drilling first, turn to the top. There we go, pretty nice position. Okay, this time we're just going to hit one nice and slow, getting used to what we're trying to do. Extend it up, firing through. Not a bad effort for our first little attempt. Now we're going to build the speed on it. We're going to go into that full move, and we're going to see how we get on. So we're going to walk into the shot. We're going to get that feet flare going on. Get ourselves into our nice setup position now. From there, we're going to pull that chain to the top of the swing, and then we're going to fire down. Soft little draw. Not a bad little shot, working into the flag pretty nicely, but you can see I've got a little draw shape because I've turned, tilted and extended. I've extended that leg and I've got the foot flare, so I've kept the ability to rotate in that golf swing. I hope that's helped you this week. Please do give it a go on the driving range before you take it out onto the golf course. Turn, tilt and extending, both in the spine and in the right leg or in your trowel leg. If you liked the video, please hit the like button. If you don't subscribe to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. If you want to see anything in the next coming weeks, please drop a comment and let us know what you'd like to see.